my heart, flying down this road, never to return back to the shape that I have known. It trades familiar for a feeling.
I was able to be at most of the sessions with Travis and basically like co-produce. He said he wanted a producer, but Travis has so many ideas and such a vision through the thing that I was like, I think I've got more of a co-pilot here than anything, you know. So we basically kind of did this thing together, and I was just there to have him bounce ideas off of me. And it's kind of great because when you're doing your own record, it's like you put your heart into it because it's yours and you're very vulnerable and stuff. But with this one, I could just fire off whatever I wanted to say about it because it's not my music. So I can sit there and go, oh, I don't like that. Oh, I like this. I don't like that. And it didn't matter. It didn't hurt my feelings at all. So it was all about Travis. It really, Travis and I have been buddies for like a decade now, but it's really brought us together just by like connecting, you know, week after week. And, you know, I think you accidentally do that with like some of your best friends, whether it's at work or you do like a after, you know, work kind of sports thing or whatever, you know, but it was really like an accidental way to just like bring him to be like one of the closest friends that I have. And it was such a rare thing to get out of the house during that time, this last year and a half. So it was really special to show up to the studio over at Joel's in Rockford and just spend that time. So without further ado, Travis Atkinson, everybody, please welcome. 25 mooks down to 2, China white, Colorado blue. We got a list of things to do, but that's okay. Pour yours up to the brim, take it down and fill again. Take half and half, now skim, and now we play Sunday vibes. Oh baby, dishes, laundry, bills, clean up from all them thrills. You smile and I get chills at possibilities. Get the essentials out the way. We can nap when we can't play. Feel the rhythm and seize the day with opportunities. We can find the greatest hits of love, sanctuary from above. Hearts and hands feel like a glove. Let in the
inhibitions leave your mind while we reimagine time as a gift to the divine. Pay no attention to neighbors and what they do. Keep up with me and you. The Joneses wrong but have no clue. Keep it simple, keep it light, keep it loose and never tight. Ride this wave onto the night and on and on and on. We can find the greatest hits of the sanctuary from above. Hearts and hands feel like a glove. Let inhibitions leave your mind while we reimagine time as a gift to the divine. I can see you start to fade, thinking back to my home. Don't give in to obligations, anxiety or here now, we will make it through somehow. Hearts and hands feel like a glove. Let inhibitions leave your mind while we reimagine time as a gift to the divine. Thank you very much. It's Craig Avery on keys, Matt Young on guitar, Steffen Copenhaer on trumpet. All right, all right. Hey, it's great to be here. Thank you so much, everybody, for coming out, for making it happen. It's a pleasure. It's a culmination we got going here of just a lot of years of work. I was thanking these guys the other night. Man, just thanks so much for, practicing, through most of your early years and teens when everyone else was out having a good time and, you guys were playing your instruments. I feel like I get to benefit from that a lot today. So
We got some really fun music to share with you today. Of course, the album came out this past week. Very excited about that, and that's kind of what tonight's all about. So, yeah. I was fortunate to have all these guys plus a couple other people, some who are here tonight to play on that record, and it was just a pleasure, honestly a dream. This next song we're going to play is a song called "Monsters of the Wind," and it actually goes back to that songwriter group that Kyle was talking about during his set, and I think the prompt was monster, and I was trying to think of what monsters do, and they definitely stick in your head. And I lived in Chicago for a couple of years. Anybody who's lived in Chicago before will tell you that they've lived there. But I live there, and like there's an allure to conquering a city and living someplace big. It makes your parents proud, something to talk about. But sometimes people don't talk about the loneliness that kind of comes along with that, and how quickly you can either lose yourself or just feel really lonely. And so, Monsters of the Wind, people call Chicago the Windy City. Monsters of the Wind is about just kind of those demons in your head, those voices that can kind of take you down. And anyways, I wrote this from the perspective of my dad, sending me off along with my mom to do something new. So luckily, it worked out in the end, and maybe you'll pick that up on the bridge. But anyways, here's Monsters of the Wind.
You best be gone and on your way. Said all goodbyes you need to say. The last few suitcases strapped out. You are fit to leave this town. Pass you in the right lane of Lakeshore Drive. Passively, aggressively divert your eyes. When you miss your exit, it's the first of many times. Monsters of the wind. Alone is a long forgotten friend. Monsters of the wind. The choice is decided in the end. It's where your heart begins. The nets and flowers brought inside. You make them laugh so you don't cry. The path you choose becomes your name. Another bleeding heart and pain. First they get your money and your radio, tickets and the traffic to the daily tours. Coming for your sanity, but you won't let it go. Monsters of the wind. Alone is a long forgotten friend. Monsters of the wind. The choice is decided in the end. It's where your heart begins. A city of strangers and dreamers with nothing to lose. You look up and the past and the future stare back at you. Alone is a long-forgotten friend. Monsters of the wind. The choice is decided in the end. It's where your heart begins.
Thank you. So, you know, I've learned over the years that being an adult is about a lot of sacrifice, and it's not so much that you can control when things are coming at you or when you have to change or make a sacrifice, but it's about how well you can adapt to it. And so I kind of wrote this next song just thinking about that. Like, man, what does it take to really, you know, live it up and enjoy your life? And eventually, it's not all about you. You know, it's not it doesn't really nourish you and keep you happy in the long term. So this next song's called "Giving It Up," and just about how, you know, you get older and you keep giving it up. You keep giving it up, keep giving it up, and eventually, that's what living it up is about. And it's a beautiful thing. It's not bad. It's good. Anyways, here you go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Live it up in every way. There was nothing you could do to stop this boat from play, but now I give it up. That's the simple sacrifice I made. It ain't really living if you're taking but not giving just the same. I used to sleep in, eat whatever I please. The chips, the fries, the wings, the thighs, and every kind of cheese under the sun. But the fun didn't last if the party was a party of one. So I made some room. Now a body one is our little body two. Living it up is the least and most that I could do. Living it up is a subjective point of view. Living in the big city, our big plans. Until an EPT very quickly threw a wrench in them plans. So we switched it up. Replacing dreams with diapers and wet wipes. We didn't learn our lesson and repeated the act, not once but twice.
got some back. And it's better than we hoped for if we only laid it back and see we brought something home. We could done leave good enough alone. And now we got a dog to boot. Living it up, giving it up as I always seem to do. Living it up, it was the least and most that I could do. Living it up, is a subjective point of view. So we take the good, leave the bad. Don't get too comfy, don't get too sad, it's just a matter of tension. Happiness is not your new intention. Secret is mine, living it up is giving it up in time. Now let me repeat that. Secret is mine, living it up is giving it up in time. One more time in case you didn't hear me. Secret is mine, living it up is giving it up in time. Living it up is giving it up. Living it up is giving it up. Thank you. Give it up for my friend here, Mr. Kyle Rasche.
My version of that song is just called Giving Up.
There's a lot of variations on it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pete's in your corner too here. Man, what a cool set you put together, man. That was the most I've laughed all day. So, no, it was good. It was...
That was a highlight of your 24 hours, man.
Honestly, as I was putting this show together, of course, like I wanted a lot of these guys up here on stage, but I really wanted Kyle to open the show because I wanted to share him with all of you. He's just a beautiful soul, just a wonderful man. Yeah. You know what's cool about Kyle? What I'm learning from him is Kyle wants to create something beautiful in the world, and he does that in a lot of different ways. He doesn't just lean on his own music to do that, but he's just incredibly supportive of the music community here. I know some of Kyle's friends are here, some other Song Hall songwriters, and he curates. He brings people together to his barn out by where he lives, which is like Germany. It's very far away from here. But he has bonfires with songwriters, and he gives of his heart. He's just got this beautiful soul, and I just can't tell you how much it means to me to share the stage with you tonight, man.
Thanks for having me, man.
Yeah.
See what I mean? Mental health. So good for me.
So one example of Kyle doing this is that he runs this songwriters group, and helps to collect the prompts and get things in order, and it's just been one of the most life-giving musical experiences I've ever had, especially here during the pandemic, is a lot of artists and artisans are just trying to find ways to, continue to create their work on their craft or share it with the world. And so these first 4 songs on my set list tonight are all from the Song Hall. They're all because, Kyle held us accountable and, called my cell phone and said, hey, you gotta, today's the deadline. I haven't gotten your song yet. You really need to put this in, It's kind of lighting a fire under a lot of musicians' butts, and it's been for the better, for sure. But this next song's called, again, 3 times for Kyle, right? Yep. He loves this. Yep, he loves this.
I never have to call you. I have to call Matt Gabriel every single time.
That's true. But man, this next song, my brother got married about 4 or 5 years ago, maybe 6 now, and we were out at his wedding, and his bride gave a toast or a kind of a speech, and she gave it to her dad. And it was just this beautiful outpouring of love, and how much her dad meant to her, and it just stuck with me because, you know, like Kyle said, I work in mental health, I work in suicide prevention, and the antidote to loneliness and sometimes to chaos is connection, and people that care about you, that just, you know, have they want the best for you. And for her dad was that person in her life, and for all of the sad stories that I hear in my work and all of, you know, what I've been exposed to almost hear like an antidote, to hear like that somebody made it through a difficult situation and they can put to words the people that love them. It was just so touching. And luckily my daughters are here tonight, and yeah. They're so cute, and I put them right at the CD table so that you couldn't deny them, you know what I mean? But I wrote this song thinking about them, and not just about whatever they've gone through, but just about whatever they might go through, you know, and about that the world is beautiful and the world is also full of pain. And so anyways, that's what this song is about. 1, 2, 3.
Time tends to flicker in moments when wind tries to show that it's strong. I don't claim true clairvoyance, but your eyes tell me what's wrong. People taking shots at you to pull you into their pain. Generations try their damnedest, but we all end up the same. So come on, try to set your feet on the stone. Come on, you ain't in this alone. Come on. I watched you walk to the sofa and learn how to open the doors. Taught you to clap to the rhythm and dance your feet all over the floor. But any sign of life has left your body to decay. More than your sisters, you need this mister to help you find another way. So come on, try to set your feet on the stone. Come on, you ain't in this alone. Come on. Don't let them get to you. Don't let them knock you down. Don't let them get to you. Rise up and make a sound. Don't let them get to you. Just call me on the phone. Don't let them get to you. The more they push, the more you come on. Try to set your feet on the stone. Come on, you ain't in this alone. Come on.
Thank you. That's Steffen Copenhaer on fiddle. What do you say, huh? So I moved back to Grand Rapids like maybe 13 years ago, and man, it's just been so good to be back home. And I've had just the pleasure of meeting a lot of these musicians. And Steffen has played some shows with us. He played I think a different CD release show at Founders a long time ago. I just found the video on that. Today or yesterday, and it's just been awesome. These are great guys. These are great guys to play with, and it's been really cool. And one of the things these guys have helped me with is to breathe some new life into songs that have been in my head for a long time, or songs that I wrote a long time ago. And probably this next song is the oldest song in the set that's made it on the record. I think this is maybe the third time I tried to put it on a record, and the first time that it worked. So this next song's called "I Think She's Gone," and we're going to feature Matt Young on lead guitar on this tune.
I think she's gone. I think she's gone this time. Yeah, I let her walk away, but she stayed in my life. I think she's really gone, gone like a rolling stone. Live outside my body, I'm just a stranger in my room. Walk through the playground, play in the backyard by the stream, swing my mind back to a place where pain ain't such a real thing. She comes in late and leaves before the dawn. Memories of her make nights so long. Every day's the same, just waste the hours away. Millions of words, nothing to say. Silence will scream her name, and point their fingers who blame. I choose my own adventure, but the ending stays the same. Gone in the undertow, ain't got nowhere to go. I've been trying to find rewind, but I know it isn't so. Go through the stop signs, stop when the lights tell me to go. Go on living life, this crazy dream inside my soul. Mine's at the edge of the bridge, and it's threatening to end it all. I know that my heart already took the fall. Visions that paralyze me. How did I do wrong? The answer's the same, it's that she's gone. that she's gone. I think she's really gone. Oh Lord, she's really gone. Yeah, she's gone. That's Matt Young with the guitar. Please welcome Matt Gabriel to the stage.
Hey, Chad.
So in addition to being a producer, this guy's also a musician. Mostly a producer now at this point, right?
Produced one record. Your record. I'd do it again, though. It was a lot of fun.
I think you've produced as many records in 2022 as most producers have. So just think about that, all right?
Nice way to flatten that curve.
Like Matt said, we've been good friends for several years now. I think we met at the Log Cabin down on the south side. Yeah, a little like Wednesday night jam with Carrie Lynch down there, and that was a cool thing where we would just kind of have a drummer and then 3 people on stools, and we'd each take turns playing tunes. And I just love Matt's stuff. Matter of fact, our whole family does. Matt's just got some great music. Please, if you get a chance, check him out. I got a chance to, right near the end, get you in on a song here on the album. So this next song is called 1993, and if anybody can do math, I'm about to give you a little math problem. So I was 12 in 1993, so you can figure out roughly how old I am now, and exactly 62. I can get my AARP card or something. Thank you. You do the math. But sometimes when people write nostalgic songs, they write them about, how cool things were before certain events happened, or how cool the past events were. Like, oh man, before 1993. And I decided to choose some events that have happened since 1993 and just talk about how the world has changed and how my world has changed too. And so. Yeah, this was very kind of cathartic, and got to re-access that 5th grade, 6th grade version of Travis a little bit as I was writing this and just thinking about that. So, anyways, here's 1993.
Before phones were built with cameras and lights, before we measured a memory in megabytes, before I knew without a doubt who I wanted to be, there was simple in 1993. Before Philadelphia and Forrest Gump, before my daddy taught me the plight of a broken palm, before I learned to use all the grown-up words so very eloquently, there was freedom in 1993. A world of wonder, so vast and blue, from the corner of the world I only knew. Now I'm not pining for rewinding, just a reminisce will do, but I wonder if I'm closer to the truth. Before I ever picked up that old Gibson Brown, before I put a pen to paper just to get it out, Before leaving on a jet plane was a possibility. There was hopeful in 1993. Before I gave my dearest grandma her last goodbye, before my homecoming date kissed another guy, before Columbine and Blacksburg, Sandy Hook and OKC, there was innocence in 1993. A world of wonder, so vast and blue, from the corner of the world I only knew. Now I'm not pining for rewinding, just a reminisce will do. But I wonder if I'm closer to the truth. Before I met the truest wonder of my life, before my daughters' lives were crafted and set free, before my waistline chased my age line, slow futility, there was patience in 1993. There was simple 1993, there was innocence in 1993.
Thank you. As I was getting ready for this show, this is like, nothing I've ever done before, to be in such an awesome venue and to just, go full production. And a couple of days ago, some of the guys said, well, you need an oh crap guy to be there. And I was like, well, is that like a bathroom attendant or something? And they said, no, you need a guy you can rely on in case something goes wrong.
We don't call it that to his face, though.
Sorry. Earmuffs. But man, like whenever I've been at a show and something's gone wrong, and I've been fortunate to have this guy there, he's saved me on many occasions. He's changed strings, he's fixed electrical problems. So the dude that just came up here is Matt Koch, and he's, yeah, give it up. He's here for all current and future problems, and sometimes he fixes them before they happen, which is pretty cool. There we are. Okay. Hello, Nancy. Okay. Obviously, I'm singing about stuff that's very important to me, and it's hard. It's hard to get through all this, but like Kyle was saying, I mean, therapists are just so hard to get right now. So I thought if I could just get on the stage and like just get my stuff out in front of you guys, that would be somehow easier. I think maybe, I'm not sure, but yeah, lots happened. Lots happened to all of us in the last couple of years. And about a year ago, my parents sold our family cottage, and we'd had it for almost 40 years. And it just meant a lot to me. Whenever I would think about like my happy place, wherever I was, just in my element, in my zone, it was definitely at this cottage. It's on some property on Lake Michigan and North Muskegon, and just so many good memories. And I was so fortunate even to bring my children there for years and let them experience that. But it was kind of time. It was time for somebody else to really enjoy that and have that be a part of their family story and their family's legacy. And I didn't know that at the time, but I'm glad I did. So I did what any man would do. I went out to the cottage by myself and just wept for a good 24 hours. Probably scared the neighbors' dogs. They're like, I haven't heard a human make that noise before. But I just got it out. I just kind of went there and had lots of feelings and wrote some of them down, and that became what this next song is. So I know there's a couple people in the audience who know the place that I'm talking about, but I'm sure there's places in your family's memories that you just hold dear, and so this is called Lake House. Stairs below the bluff, Michigama has her way with the souls of those in awe of majestic moon-drawn waves, giving what she's always been. Generations call her friend. Here I stand where we began. I must go while she must stay. Oil-stained deck and pergola, crafted by my father's hands, had Adirondacks westward face. Helios makes days and plans. Penciled benches mark the solstice, equinoxes, heights of old kids. Here I sit a speck in time, simple as the grains of sand. Sailboat statue, corner view, room of living, room of games, carpet brown and old as me. Some things change while some remain. Turn the heat down even more still. Hide the key above the door sill. Find a way to say goodbye. Love and loss reflect the same. Steffen, why don't you get back up here? Let's do it.
Gosh.
A little bit about me. I'm an a cappella nerd at heart. One of the first musical things I ever did was we had a karaoke machine in the basement, and I wrote a song about some of the other girls that were in the choir, the church choir, and I called it 81 Chevy because that's when I was born, and I would record a part, and then I would put it in the second tape deck, and then I would record a new part with the first one playing over it. So that was like, 4 or 5 of myself, which for a budding narcissist is incredibly empowering. And so, my parents would go to these conferences, and there'd be this group called the Knudsen Brothers, and they were this a cappella group, like of literally, brothers, and they were just awesome and would cover songs. And then I'd get into rock cappella, and then, that manifested into my own little collegiate a cappella experience, which was great. But I love a cappella, and but that's not why I'm singing this song. I'm excited about it. But tomorrow is Martin Luther King Day, of course, Martin Luther King Jr. Day, and it's a day that we get to all just honor and celebrate people who have stood up for the right thing and have worked towards equality and equity in our world, so that everybody can enjoy the freedoms that our country offers, and they can, do so without an asterisk or without, pretense or excuse. And so I have liked this song for a long time, and the other thing about me, it's a little Travis trivia here, my favorite artist of all time is James Taylor, and he wrote this song. Yeah. He wrote this song, and we're gonna sing some of it for you. It felt like the right thing to do tonight, so we hope you enjoy. 1, 2, 3. Oh, let us turn our thoughts today to Martin Luther King, and recognize that there are ties between us, all men and women living on the earth, ties of hope and love, sister and brotherhood. We are bound together in our desire to see the world become a place in which our children can grow free and strong. We are bound together by the task that stands before us and the road that lies ahead. We are bound, and we are bound. That's it,
That's
guys.
the end
That's
of
all.
the
Sorry, I didn't do the nada. The next part gets really hard, so it's not a cappella anymore, so I know no one's going to listen or anything.
Right.
Mm-hmm. How cool is it that most of us live within, a reasonable distance of an awesome venue like this, where good music gets circulated and supported. Well, she's a wrecking ball, trying to contain, but she's in your brain, pain and ruin. Surely you tried it all, giving her your best, sticking out your chest, hot pursuing. But she goes rogue, cause she knows that she carries the keys to your soul. When the senses feel this love at all, watch her take your precious motor down. Every day, the grip of affection pulls your mind until she days. Marionette with your heart.
Why don't you cry to me? The warning bell did ring well before this thing ever started. But you can't let it be. Martyrs of a fella die inside together, broken hearted. And if you're second guess, all you could have done to save this love is dead. She's up and moving on. Demolition has no friendly end. Every day, grip of affection pulls your mind until she plays marionette with your heart. Every day, the grip of affection pulls your mind until she plays marionette with your heart. With your heart. Marionette with your heart.
That's Steffen Copenhaer on trumpets.
And there you were, like a beautiful ship sailing through the night. And there I was, surprised but trying not to show you my delight. You got something I've been searching a lifetime for. There is nothing I've seen quite like you before. All I need is a Saturday in June. Come with me, 'cause we got a lot to do. What a spend a day loving you. See the sunrise move to western skies to make way for the moon. I wanna know the things that make you move. There's nothing I'd rather do than spend a day with you. To your eyes, walking down the beach, smiles and shades our only disguise. Tell me stories, I will never doubt you. As I slowly forget life without you, without you. Take my hands, they were made for holding yours, understand. You're the one that I adore. I wanna spend a day loving you. See the sunrise move to western skies to make way for the moon. I wanna know the things that make you move. There's nothing I'd rather do than spend a day with you. Strolling down the shore, footprints and sets of four, happily singing songs we never sang before. Baby, believe it's true. If I spend a day with you, you'll find it funny how easily one day turns into two.
keys tonight to my far left. The beautiful, wonderful Mr. Craig Avery. Give it up for Craig. Nearer to my left, across my left shoulder, the trumpeter, the fiddler, the harmony singer, Mr. Steffen Copenhaer. The man holding down the beats, somehow he's doing it. It seems like he's got 3 or 4 hands. The incomparable Pete Muszkiewicz. Next to him, holding up that big whale of an instrument, that beautiful upright bass. Give it up for the most energetic man in the band, Jason Upton. Holding it tonight down on one instrument. He took a break and just decided to play one instrument tonight. Give it up on lead guitar for Mr. Matt Young. To my near right, my good friend singing vocals opening up for us tonight, Mr. Rasche. We got a few more for you, but we want you to vibe with us a little bit right now.
Nothing I'd rather do than spend a day with you. Nothing I'd rather do than spend a day with you. Nothing I'd rather do than spend a day with you. Nothing I'd rather do than spend a day with you. Nothing I'd rather do, oh, than spend a day with you. Oh, I wanna spend. Nothing I'd rather do, spend a day with you. All I need is a Saturday in June. Come with me, 'cause we got a lot to do. Wanna spend a day loving you. See the sunrise move to western skies to make way for the moon. Wanna know the things that make you move. There's nothing I'd rather do than spend a day with you. I wanna spend a day loving you. See the sunrise move to western skies to make way for the moon. Wanna know the things that make you move. There's nothing I'd rather do than spend a day with you. Spend a day with you.
Thank you. One of the best questions anyone asked me in the last 3 years was, who are you bringing with you today? Who is in your heart that's not here physically, but that is important to you and that you try to carry on their spirit? And for me, it's my grandma Rita. She's this beautiful woman who endured a lot of pain in her life and still created a lot of beauty. She would look out for me in college by sending me a check every month for $10 to buy fruit with. Only fruit. It was the most guilty beer money I ever spent. Yeah. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. Rita, I did not do. I did. I just bought a ton of bananas and they all went bad. And I'm like, all right, we can keep doing this every month, I guess. But I come from this family. I'm a little nervous because I'm not a hunter-gatherer, although I did go hunting for the first time about a week ago or two, and so now I do call myself a hunter. But in general, like, I come from a family that just learns a new skill. You know what I mean? They're like, oh, I can weld now, or I have a loom and I make rugs, and I'm like, I'm here singing about my feelings, you know. Does that sell? Is that good? It's not going to keep you warm, really, right, Kyle?
It's pretty nice in here right now. I gotta tell you.
I mean, never mind. We'll talk about this later. But anyways,
Did you get anything?
Rita picked up gardening after she retired, and she became a master gardener. She went to Michigan State. And I was thinking about Rita as I was writing this song. This next song is called Two Gardens, and it's just kind of about the struggle between good and evil. And I'm by no means a gardener. You know, I'm more of a weed killer, but I'm not necessarily making it look better or organized or anything like that. But this song is just about how, if sometimes if you don't make choices in your life and you just kind of let things go, like that's a choice too, and that you're not trying to necessarily do something wrong, but it can catch up to you. So, anyways, hope you enjoy.
Shade for one and sunlight for another. The days go fast but the hours slow. No surprises will rise to the surface, this I know. You reap what you sow, still I watch them go. And poison infesting the same land. Summer rain falls, warm and heartless. Soon the fruits will be gathered by his hands. Underground nature follows the orders written down so long ago. Understand the subtleties below. The players in this show, still I watch them grow. Have been scattered all around. On my knees I am finding the pieces of this weary broken soul. I must choose which garden can stand, which must go. road.
Thank you very much. Jason Upton on upright bass. This next song happens to be the namesake of the album. It's called Heart in Pieces. And it's just a song about how, as you grow and as life affects you, whether it's a breakup or a death or, some kind of loss, that it's still the same heart, but it's not always put together in the same way. And, the journey that we go on, we just can't expect ourselves to be that old version. We can't expect ourselves to be the 1993, version of ourselves, because we change. And, and hopefully it's for the better, or hopefully we learn something from it, or we can help somebody else through a similar situation. But anyways, this song's called Heart in Pieces.
Another season. my heart, pieces of my heart, pieces of my heart.
Thank you.
That song,
Thank you.
everyone that makes up songs hopes they get one that hits them in the face like that song. That song is so good, Travis.
Thank you, Kyle. Appreciate that.
All comes back to you pissing me off.
It all comes back to you making the most money in the band tonight. So,
Well, there's a couple more compliments on that tab.
this next song I wrote a couple years ago. So, I work in mental health. I'm a clinician. I'm a consultant, and for a while I worked at a psychiatric hospital. And one of the things I noticed in the first couple of weeks there was kind of where the centers were that people spent the most time, where they would congregate towards. And I noticed there was these 3 phones that were on the wall. And there was a switch behind the nurses' station, and they'd get turned on at certain times and turned off at others. And when they're turned on, a lot of people had phone calls that they wanted to make. That was their lifeline to the outside. They didn't have their cell phone. They didn't have any other way to communicate with people. And I just started to notice how hard those phone calls were, and what it was like for people who were kind of on their last chance, or had burned some bridges, and the desperation that I could hear in their voice from down the hall. And then I wondered, gosh, I've only been here for a little while. Those phones have been here for 30, 40 years. What are the stories that those phones have heard, and what would it be like to be a phone on the wall? So I wrote this song called 3 Phones.
Standing in line, 2 or 3 people behind. One more was lost her mind, and it's all going down. Every call is the same. She tries to whisper her name, with no more people to blame. She's in the lost and found. Call for dinner and the people scatter, and I'm left all alone, staring at 3 phones, choosing my numbers right to reach home. Sit to the soundtrack of a dial tone, searching for peace in the dark. Rolling hearts, like searching junkouts for some new parts, spending our time digging up old bones. A set of stories told on 3 phones, sketching in gray, rehearsing words that they say, but their pills and their play ain't taking lonely away. Coffee runs dry, conversations run cold, just variations on why we turned out worse than we had hoped. Rehearsing words and my heart is pounding, searching for a second chance, staring at 3 phones, choosing my numbers right to reach home. Set to the soundtrack of a dial tone, searching for peace in the dark. Rolling road cars, like searching junkouts for some new parts, spending our time digging up old bones. A set of stories told on 3 phones. Hearts burned down, dreams turned down, taking the words now till we fall down. Thoughts racing as we play face and I'll open a box on the wall. 3 phones, choosing my numbers right to reach home. Set to the soundtrack of a dial tone, searching for peace in the dark. Golden broke hearts, like searching junkyards for some new parts. Spending our time digging up old bones. A set of stories told on 3 phones. 3 phones, choosing my numbers right to reach home. Set to the soundtrack of a dial tone, searching for peace in the dark. We're holding broke hearts, like searching junkyards for some new parts. Spending our time digging up old bones. The saddest stories told on 3 phones.
Thank you. It's been a pleasure hanging out with you. Thanks for coming out. We're gonna have some fun right now.
Pulled in the Nazareth, I was feeling about a half-past dead. Just need a place where I can lay my head. Hey, mister, can you tell me where a man might find a bed? He just grinned and shook my head. That was all he said. Take a load off Fanny, take a load for free. Take a load off Fanny.
Thank you so much. Thank you. I can't tell you how far away the green room is, and it felt like you wanted to hear another song, so I'm just gonna, you know, I feel like the world is speaking to me about that. So we got one more song for you. Actually, Mr. Matt, if you wouldn't mind coming. I didn't get a chance to give the memo to everybody, but yeah, we'll just do that tune. Man, what a joy in my life, honestly, to be here, to just, for music to be, you know, just beating in my heart and be able to share it with y'all. Thanks for, you know, making it work. Thanks for coming out, for spending your Sunday evening with us. It's been just a pleasure. It's something I'll never forget. So, yeah. Thanks to the listening room. Thanks to you wonderful guys up here. This is awesome. We got one more for you. Feel free to sing along, whatever you know. Yeah.
Go home with CDs.
Oh, yeah.
Go home with CDs.
My daughter's going to be walking with a limp as she walks towards the kind of a Tiny Tim situation there. God bless them, everyone. Yeah. Mixing my poor kid metaphors, but it doesn't matter. All right, here we go. We live out in our van, travel all across this land, me and you. We'll end up hand in hand, somewhere down on the sand, me and you. Just as free, just as free, free as we'll ever be. Drive until the city sky dissolve into the country line, me and you. Lay underneath the harvest moon, do all the things that lovers do, me and you. Just as free, just as free, free as we'll ever be, never be. Yeah, the bonnie boat was one as we sailed into the mystic. Hark now, hear the sailors cry, smell the sea and feel the sky. Let your soul and spirit fly as we sail into the mystic.
No, we don't have a lot of money. 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 All we need is love. Free as we'll ever be. Just as free. Free as we'll ever be. Live out now and travel all across this land.